Yeah, dear students, good morning. The continuation of our last video, we are going to see in detail about the neurons and neural networks and its types. Okay, so coming to the types of neural networks, we can categorize the one as biological and one as artificial. So, whatever the natural figure that we can come to call it as a biological or nature, okay, nature oriented. And another one, it is human made, it is made by human or it is created by someone else, that is called artificial. Okay, here in neurons also we are going to categorize as a biological and artificial, so that we can compare the benefits of the biological and artificial neurons. Okay, so because in machine learning algorithm we are going to imbibe this artificial neurons to understand the machine as per the knowledge of the human brain. Okay, so first, the neuroscience, a biological neural networks is a physical structure found in brains and complex nervous systems, a population of nerve cells connected by synapses. So synapses are the main connective factor. It is presented in the neurons. In machine learning, an artificial neural network is a mathematical model used to approximate nonlinear function. Artificial neural networks are used to solve artificial intelligence problems. And here, neurons and neural networks, you just see the image biological neuron networks and also artificial neuron. Here we have mentioned that is input and summation and some function and some output. Likewise, we have the inputs and functions and output in the biological neurons. So just it is imitate the function of the biological neurons and we are making into a artificial neurons. So the difference between these two, and here the dendrites are we are making here as an input, and cell nucleus, and we are making it as a call it as a node, and synapses it's known as a weights, and axon it's called as a output. So this is how the machine will understand, and we human is feeding knowledge about the human brain and the neurons about to the machine. Okay, and artificial neural network, a neural network is a machine learning program or model that makes decision in a manner similar to the human brain by using processes that mimics the way of biological neurons work together to identify phenomena, weigh options, and arrive at conclusions. So last slide itself I have discussed in detail about this, how it is functioning, and inspired by the structure excuse me, inspired by the structure and function of the human brain, artificial neural networks were developed. These networks are composed of interconnected artificial neurons or nodes. Each neurons receive inputs, process them using a weighted sum and an activation function, and produces an output. And again, it is a neural network terminology. It is typically from a biological perspective. We find neurons as a part and the central nervous system of the human, because this is the main thing in a human brain. That is, we call it as a central nervous system. Apart from the living world in the real of computer science, artificial neural networks, a neuron is a collection of set of inputs, a set of weights, and an activation function. So these are the main factors we can say, or big parts we can say. It translates these inputs into a signal output, and another layer of neurons picks this output as its input and goes and so on. So this is how the process takes place. In essence, we can say that each neuron is a mathematical function that closely stimulates the functioning of a biological neuron. And every neural network consists of a layer of nodes, artificial neurons, an input layer, one or more hidden layer, and an output layer. Each node connects to the another, and it has its own associated weight and threshold. If the output of any individual node is above the specified threshold, then the node is activated. So we are fixing the threshold value that shows this points, and sending data to the next layer of the network. Otherwise, no data is processed along to the next layer of the network. So we can see the image of biological neuron as well as the artificial neuron. We can see the hidden layers, that is input layer node and hidden node and output node. So similarly we can have many hidden layers also. So according to the specific task or applications, whether the hidden layer will be applicable or not. So our memories are stored in our hidden layer. Whenever we want to fetch, we can fetch from the hidden layer. Likewise, processing is happening in our human brain. The similar way in artificial neural networks also, the same process it is happening. Okay, so still now we have differentiated the biological neurons with artificial neurons, which is created by the human, which is created by human, and with the concern of human intelligence, that is human brain. And in next class we will see in detail how it works to the real world examples, that is how the artificial neural networks effectively involved with the help of machine learning algorithm using artificial intelligence technologies. Okay, thank you for listening. Thanks.